this isn't my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and this isn't my Yu-Gi-Oh mat, and this isn't my usual camera, and this isn't... Oh. I guess I owe everyone a explanation. So, this past month or so, I've just completely lost track of time and got really busy from various things happening in my life. And this has culminated into this very situation you're seeing here, where I haven't updated the Sealed Only journey for a long while. And I am declaring it here. It's dead. To be honest, we were starting to turn things around, but especially because I've lost the plot on controlling the series and keeping it going, I've kind of fallen behind what's even meta. And that's, like, you've seen the series, I wasn't even close to meta to begin with. Instead, what I've been getting into for a long time, and honestly what I've been enjoying more than Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, well, the game you see before you, the Digimon card game. And, yeah, that's kind of the situation. To be honest, I'm not sure how much more Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll be doing on this channel. I'm the type of person who has the problem that I want to do a lot of things that are well before, outside of my skill level. And sometimes things that are well within my skill level, but I do dumbly for no good reason. As a result, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dead. Let's crack some packs of Digimon. I might do another video where I'll crack the rest of what I had left over for Yu-Gi-Oh! Just for fun, see what we get. But, yeah, let's get started. Alright, so if you don't know, Digimon card game is a game that started about last year, that's got a fairly unique mechanic, where points go from, your playable points go from -10 to +10, and when it's your negative, it's your opponent's turn. And you spend points to play Digimon, play Tamers, play option cards. It's all fun around, a pretty fun game. So, first pack, we got one of our most important basic types, the Digi-Egg. In this case, this is a Sunomon with the ability to deal with trashing cards from your hand. And a Majiramon, which ties in with Azulongmon. Let's crack open our other pre-release pack. As far as what I'm trying to play in this format, I'm looking to play a deck that's either Eosmon or maybe Jesmon. And I'll explain what those cards are. I've got a Fly Bullet here, and Underworld's Call. That goes well with my third deck idea of Chaos Gallantmon upgraded for the new set. So, put those aside. And let's look at our dash packs. These are all packs with just a single card. Come on, open. Hercules Kabuterimon. Next card, Kurisarimon. Next card, Purple Wizardmon. Which, yeah, that one's interesting because it helps with options, but honestly I probably wouldn't play him anyway. My purple decks tend to be a lot more graveyard focused, which, if you don't know anything about Digimon, purple is the color of the graveyard. We want everything in the graveyard. And Gaelmon Red with one attacking trigger, draw 1. And last one of the dash packs. Come on. These packs are always weird for me to open. A Gabumon, which is a pretty decent one, actually. Now for these two adorable eggs, Demimermon and Chiaromon. So, that's our box toppers. So next is our promo packs. We haven't even touched the actual booster packs. This is going to be a longish video. But I get to talk about a new game that I have a lot of fun playing. God, I'm probably making some people cringe with that. A very pretty Aldemon for our first promo pack. Yep. Alright. And our other promo pack, which is looking more blue to me, but it's an egg, because I can tell from the back. A Upamon. Very cute. Let's see if I can refocus a bit. Yeah. Pretty darn cute. Alright. And now let's go start cracking through these. This is going to be mostly Catharsis. I bought 2 boxes mainly because I needed Eosmon for the Eosmon deck. But it also helps with getting other stuff. Bauhackmon is not bad. Deputymon is awkward. 8mon is fun. Let's just skip through. Deltamon, Ferrismon, Petaldramon, which is a new hybrid. I think it's hybrid, right? Yeah. Octomon, Mojamon, Ornismon, Beanamon, a Entmon, and a Old Art Jesmon. That is awesome. Yeah, that's gonna be super awesome. Okay. I'm actually going to put aside that Entmon. That could be relevant for a different deck. Alright. Off to an awesome start, honestly. So, yeah. With Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's just mostly... It's mostly a problem that I don't actively play it very much. Forbidden Trident, Nanimon, Skull Mammothmon, Tropical Venom, Boogieymon, Madoki Betamon, Asuramon, Ginkaku Promote, Pinamon, Mojamon, Gundramon, which is pretty baller, and a sister Mont Blanc. Those are both pretty great. And yeah, with the, because I don't keep up with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Very much, it's just eventually lost my interest. It's not a bad game, I don't like how the cards sometimes can be very unintentionally confusing, and finding out that cards don't actually do what the text suggests they can do. It's kind of hard to explain unless you've played a lot of games where cards are actually written in the problem-solving text style that Yu-Gi-Oh! Claims to try to do. Yu-Gi-Oh! Really isn't problem-solving text if you've ever played Magic the Gathering, or Digimon, which is very problem-solving text. Tapirmon, Ferrismon, Deputymon, Belushimon, Octomon, Goblymon, Eosmon, always nice to see. Need a playset of those. Fly Bullet, Savior Huckmon, Pile Volclamon. Rebellymon is actually pretty good. Don't know why I'm putting Deputymons to the side. I don't actually want to play them anyway. And Agumon Bond of Bravery, which is one of the big cards of the set, to be honest. So one of the big strategies of this set is to go with the Agumon Bond of Bravery or the Gabumon Bond of Friendship. I'm not going for that strategy. There's no good reason for me to not go for it. I just don't feel like it. Jeez, why are these packs so hard to open? Elecmon, which is always nice to see when you're playing purple. Hoyagu, Skull Mammoth, Madoki Beta, Bakumon, another Eosmon, Dragomon, Babamon, Pommelmon, Palvolcamon, a tie for the Bond of Bravery deck, and Wyvern's Breath, which is just straight removal. Yeah, ultimately, Digimon is a game which I managed to maintain my interest even after months of being away from it. And probably because it's also still new, it's not that hard for me to keep up with what's going on with it. There's not a huge card pool or anything. Ginkakumon, Tropical Venom, Jakurimon, which is honestly a fun card. If you don't know what this does, at end of battle, when this is your security, which, if you don't know, Digimon has 5 cards that act as security, and once you lose them all and then get hit once more time, you will lose the game. And Chikurimon is a card which activates when it's in your security to de-digivolve your opponent's Digimon, which, if you don't know, again, Digimon is a series where your monsters tend to evolve into other things temporarily. And this is a card which just says no to the top card in that pile. Shoutmon, Mistymon, Goblimon, Gizamon, Savior Huckmon, Volcanomon, Howling Memory Boost, Ogremon, which I will probably be playing in my purple deck, and a level 6 Eosmon. If you're wondering what's going on with the Eosmon, why there's so many levels, that's a movie thing. The fun thing about Eosmon is that it's a card which you can play any number of, which is always fun. So, continuing on. I just have a lot of cards to get through, to be honest. Shoutmon, Chikurimon, Mistymon, Gizamon, Deputymon, Petaldrammon, Judgment of the Blade! Which, yeah, that can go in. Tropiamon, Wizardmon, Ornismon, Rebellymon, and Wyvern's Blessing. So, most of this time that I've been playing this game, I've been playing purple decks, so the Jesmon and Eosmon strategies are something which I'm going to just have to learn. There's a new Eosmon, Murmuskmon, Parasaurmon, Banjiamon, Balushimon, Kinkakumon, Eosmon, Demimera, Blasted Disaster, Gewalt Schwarma, Izumi, and Jokido, which is always type of card which this is always a nice tamer, especially for black decks. And Rebellymon. Getting so many Rebellymons. Now the Dragomon, Parabolic Junk, Murmukusmon. I just realized I misspelled that. Sorry. Bauhuckmon, Octomon, Tropical Venom, Tinkermon, Bibimon, Mimicmon, Volcanomon, another Wyvern's Breath, and Azulongmon. Geez, I've gotten a lot of Wyvern's Breath, and I'm not even sure if they're actually playable. The issue is that while they are very good at removing cards, they also cost so much that it's hard to ever actually play it. Because of the whole swing from 10 to -10 at all times, you don't usually want to play cards which can give your opponent a big swing in their direction. Forbidden Trident, Boogimon, Gigadramon, Octomon, another Judgment of the Blade, Eldradimon, Elecmon, Bibimon, Gabumon, Ginkaku Promote, Cutting Edge, and a Titamon is not... Those two are pretty good. Titamon is the new card which I'm going to be splicing with my Chaos Gallantmon deck. If you don't know, Chaos Gallantmon, whenever one of your Digimon is deleted or basically destroyed, you get to play a level 3 from your trash, and when it digivolves, you can delete one of your Digimon to trash an opponent's Digimon level 5 or less. It's all around really nice card, and I think Titamon will work very well with it, which, just so you know, Titamon is when digivolving, trash a card from your hand and then play a level 4 Digimon from your trash without paying its cost. And once a turn, when you trash a card from your hand, this Digimon gets an extra 2k, and security attack +1, which means it can do 2 life points of damage instead of 1. Gigadramon, Strabimon, Glaive Memory Boost, which is a funny card. That's supposed to be Grave Memory Boost, but they screwed up and they stuck to their guns. Mad respect for that screw up and just sticking to it. Reinforcing Memory Boost, Panjamon, Eldradimon, another Elecmon, Howling Memory Boost, Pomumon, Pagumon, Rattlestar, and TK Takaishi and Kari Kamiya. Keep on going. We've got a lot of packs. Though at this point, I think I'll just only say a card's name if we haven't seen it before. Because otherwise we'll be here forever. Big Mamimon, also known as the Big Chonky. Glaive Memory Boost, Wizardmon, Yaromon, Drunkmon, another Majiramon, and a Red Rima, which I think might actually go into a Jesmon deck. I guess I may as well go into a bit of terminology that I sometimes use when playing this game, which I don't know if any of it is actually standard, because, well, I don't actually frequent any of the boards. Eosmon, I'm not going to go into any terminology for that. Tapirmon is just a pretty normal rookie with some inheritable and 2k ability. Alright, Tapirmon, Forbidden Trident, Megadramon, Ginkaku, Skull Mammoth, Asura, Baba, Gabu, Demi, Gundramon, and Magna Kidmon. These two are the three Musketeers. There's one more BL Starmon, I think, from memory. I might be misremembering that. We might see it later anyway. They all have abilities to do with playing high-cost options, which normally is a very risky thing. These cards make it much, much safer. Alright, let's continue. That we will. I don't even know what I'm trying to do there. So, yeah, this is a card which I can use to talk about some of the terminology I like to use. This is a level 4 monster that has a cost of 3, and as a result, I like to call this card a pseudo-rookie. It's a card that costs about the same to play as a rookie, but isn't actually a rookie. And it's nice to have these cards sometimes because they're so cheap and help you get into your level 5s much quicker than if you had gone with a level 4 that costed 5, 6, or more. Nanimon, same thing, pseudo-rookie. Unlike Parasaurmon, he's got much less DP, but Nanimon also has this security ability, so it makes up for it. Kinkakumon could arguably be considered a pseudo-rookie as well, but that extra cost does make a difference. 8mon, on the other hand, is not a pseudo-rookie. He costs 6, which is a bit more normal for a... Well, it's not normal. 5 is probably about where most of the cards go. But, yeah. 3k0 is pretty normal for a rookie. There are cards which are 2k3 from, like, the first set, like Candlemon, Demi-Devimon. But there's nothing wrong with the 3 cost 0. Often they have an ability that makes them extra worth it. You've also seen 4k0 rookie in Elecmon, and that's mainly because his ability is pretty nice. There's very few cards that are, very few rookies which are so cheap. So this is another 3KO, another Geralt Schwarnama, which is a card which works with the 3 Musketeers. This one in particular deletes all Digimon with play cost 7 or less, which is quite a lot of them. Blaster Disaster, Impmon, which is the new one. I might put that into the maybe pile. A Gundramon and a Dynasmon, neither of which I really care that much about. I actually don't know what Dynasmon does. I will have to read it if I ever decide to care. So, yeah. There's there's other terminologies which I don't think will come up with this set, like what I call template blockers, because there's two types of blocker cards, which, if you don't know, Digimon only has... Most cards cannot block your opponent's cards. Only creatures with blocker can. Deputymon, Dapper, Drago, Toy, Asura, Ginkaku, Skull, Puku. Well, Pokemon is new. Agumon with Tamer, Tsunomon, Markmon, which is one of the ones which has a new ability for this set, and Gankumon, which is it's an interesting card. I think I'll put it that way. It's not bad. It's probably not going to be played in any deck I play, but that's because I'm not playing black. Nothing wrong with, well, black has a bad reputation because of the fact that a lot of its strategies been around being very passive and not really responding to the current game state. And you just can't really do that in this game. Here's a Bulkmon. Like, you almost always want to be moving forward. Here's a Mammothmon. And because of that, that makes things tricky. Something I just want to note with Mammothmon quickly. That's a pseudo-champion. Level 4s are champions. So, yeah, that's a good example. Ferrismon, Big Mammy. Flamemon. This is another 4-0, actually. Chiaromon, Junkmon. Morphmon, which is very important for Eosmon decks, because this is your rookie Eosmon. And a Cutting Edge. Nice. Okay. Cool. Found another way to sit here. You can tell, like, I'm still really amateur at all of this video recording stuff. Because, like, I still haven't figured out the right way to sit in order to do these videos. And it just really shows, especially when I'm trying to do a longer unboxing like this one. So now I've gotten myself a worse angle to see the cards, but at the same time, I feel a lot more comfortable sitting down. So, like, I think I'm winning by doing this. Happy Bullet showering. That's honestly an interesting one. There's a new Jesmon and a Rattlestar. As for these cards, which I'm moving to a different spot, these are literally just pack fillers. There's nothing to do with them. They just show you what cards are in the set and have on the other side a point tracker if you don't have one on your playmat or track in some other way. Alright. Let's continue. But that was one of the goals of my sealed-only journey as well, though, to just try and get a bit better understanding on how stuff like Shotcut works. For the future, I honestly don't know what I'll end up doing with the channel. I've been doing a lot of different things in my own time, getting back into playing heavily modded Skyrim, and also getting back into teaching myself programming languages in my own time. I am a professional programmer, but it never hurts to learn more languages, especially esoteric ones like Rust. So it's also just sometimes fun. There's Blanc and an Iron-Fisted Onslaught. Delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost, which is the opposite of Gankumon, because he deletes all the cards with the lowest. See? They like to give us different effects every now and again. I don't think Iron-Fisted Onslaught is playable, unfortunately. I don't know. There's probably actually a counter against certain decks in that. Shoutmon, Chikorymon, Goblimon, Eosmon. Now I just need more level 5s. I just realized I've been taking these Asuramons and not putting them into the pile with the Jesmon. This is a very playable card in Jesmon. Blitz is an ability which is when this card can just attack the turn that it gets played, even if your opponent has one or more memory on that turn. That's just so useful in, and red decks are already the defining aggro deck. So, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that regular Huckmon was a rare. That explains why I haven't seen much of him. And an Underworld's Call, which is... I might consider it for the Chaos Gallantmon deck. The issue with it is primarily the fact that I think I prefer playing Revive from Darkness, which is trash one of your Digimon to play at level 5 or higher. Costs the same, but when all your cards are trashable, and you're very happy to trash them, I don't know, I feel like that card is better. So, yeah, ultimately, it is going to be a relearning experience. When I last played my Chaos Gallantmon deck, it was the first time I actually did well at this game, so that's part of the reason why I'm trying to do it again, but changing out the parts which are less relevant. Minoa is really important for Eosmon decks. She is the Eosmon tamer. And then this is Matt Ishida's, the counterpart to the Taikimiya that we saw earlier, being the card that turns your Gabumon into the Gabumon Bond of Friendship. He is very nice. For the same reason as the Agumon Taikimiya. Unsurprisingly, there's a lot of Taikimiya and Matt Ishida cards in this game already. It's just the nature of the game. There's a new Judgment of the Blade. Savior Huckmon. An Ogremon. And a boring Entmon. Nearly at the bottom of the first box. I can't believe it took me this long to find such a nice, comfortable position to sit in. Gigadramon. Let's actually throw away the trash first. Gigadramon, Skull, Mako, Eosmon, Ginkaku, Madoki, Tenkermon, Taropiamon, Wizardmon, Ornismon, Magna Kidmon. I now have 3 of these. Yes, you've only seen one other here, but I actually opened a few packs for pre-release, and that Magna Kidmon was one of the cards I got. He's unfortunately the weakest of the 3 Musketeers, in that he relies on you having a card in your hand. If you don't have a option card with memory cost 7 in your hand, you do get to still delete something, but he just ends up being the weakest of them. And, ooh! Alt Art Morphmon. Very adorable. The Eosmon deck's on, like, it's probably not a good deck. It's going to be a silly deck. Running, for example, 13 Eosmon. Just because you can. I mean, why not? It is silly, and I love it. Probably have enough Judgments of the Blade by now. And sometimes I just like playing the silly deck. It's fun. And here's an Ancient Troymon and a Pulsemon. Pulsemon is a very popular card. Like, this one maybe not as much, but there's actually 2 Pulsemon cards. This is the newest one. Both like having 3 security. This one actually gets you to 3 security. The other one gives you benefits for being at 3 security. So, pretty nice to get that. Box 1 almost gone. 2 more packs. 2 more packs. Ah. These packs are so hard to open sometimes because they've made them in such a weird way. What you've been noticing me do is getting at a tab that they've cut in the corner. And you just pull down on it. But it doesn't go all the way sometimes. It's annoying. So, yeah, this has been my game for the past year, really. I've enjoyed every minute I've played of it, and probably will for a long time. One of the few purple tamers which I actually feel like it's worth playing. It's crazy how hard it is to find a purple tamer that is worth playing. And not really that the purple tamers are bad, it's just that most of the time you would rather be playing more Digimon. I think that's the last Elecmon I need. So, yeah. Manticoremon. And a Systemon Teal. So you've probably noticed Systemon Blanc a few times. Systemon Teal is the level 4 one, and Blanc is the level 3. However, be careful when you look at these, because these Digimon don't digivolve from anything or into anything. Like, pretty much the only instances where something can digivolve from them is during pre-release, and that's because of sealed format alternative rules. These two will never digivolve from something. Why would I want to play this? Because Jesmon plays these from the hand or the trash. So, like, they're quite useful. Systemon Shields give you extra memory and buff up your Huckmons and your Jesmons, while Systemon Blanc are able to be blocking for you, and they draw cards. And because of Jesmon, you get them back. It's this whole really nice aggro loop that just helps keep the pressure on your opponent and lets you expand out much faster than your opponent. There are counters, of course. Like, it's not going to be the best deck out there for an entirely different reason to the Eosmon deck. Let's move this out of the way now. Flatten that out. Toss it away. Nani? Appmon. Don't know if I even need any more of the level 4 Eosmon. Pomopagu, Tai, and Azulongmon. Azulongmon might be a pretty big card as well. He just does a lot of things that you want to do as blue in the first place. And he's able to just wipe out an opponent's entire security in one attack. And there aren't that many Digimon that can just do that. They are around, don't get me wrong. But to make things better, Azulongmon synchronizes very nicely with the Digimon Hexablaumon, which comes from the last set. So, I don't think I need any more level 4 Eosmon. Pinamon, Rebellymon, and a Wyvern's Breath. Man, I needed so many level 5 Eosmon. I don't even know if I've gotten close to enough. Yeah, I've gotten 4, and I had 1 already. I am nowhere near being able to play Eosmon, and that makes me sad. Don't know if I'm really that close to playing the Jesmon deck either. I've now got 3 Jesmon, 3 Blancs, and 2 Chills. But I don't have any Huckmon. I need more Huckmon to make that deck work. So, yeah. Chikurimon. Yeah, I don't really know what else to really talk about. I don't really want to just be jumping around with these cards, because some cards just have really nice artwork, and it's cool to see it. And a lot of the people watching probably haven't played Digimon before. Maybe they've gotten interested. I don't think this channel will become a Digimon channel. Maybe I'll occasionally talk about my capers in the local competitive scene. But, yeah. I think I've gotten all my Elec Mons. There's an level 5. Rattlestar and TK and Kari. So, yeah, all we really have left is to see what other secret rare we get from the box. There is actually a card which is worth like $1,500 is I think the price that I saw last. It is a very nice looking Omnimon. I don't believe it's worth that much, but hey, it's the market. That's what they want to pay, so okay. Like, people want to pay that much? Sure. I can't really stop them. I only actually need one more Titamon for the Chaos Gallantmon modification because really he's just replacing Anubismon. Elecmon replaces some of the cards at my rookie level. And then I'm probably just going to review all the other cards, see if there's any others that are worth swapping out. Cards which never helped me. Because the issue is I need to keep in mind that I'm playing the aggro variant, not the control variant. And so if I can maintain extra pressure on my opponent, I should. Sorry. Going through my cards. Almost put that in the wrong pile. Gundramon and... Okay, hang on. We got that combo before. And we haven't even seen a Bielstarmon at all. Bielstarmon is easily the best of the Three Musketeers, followed by Gundramon, which is why if you were to look around, you're probably going to find most Three Musketeers decks being purple and black, with a heavy emphasis on purple. Purple has some very nice level cost 7 cards like Nailbone, as well as cards which just can help get you back your level 7 cards very easily, like Dracmon. And then black also has a lot of nice 7 costs. So, yeah, it's just kind of part of the game. You just kind of need to learn which cards work well, which ones don't. This is a game which, like, most of the time I'm losing most of my games, to be honest. Like, I'm not that great at it. I still enjoy my time playing it, despite that. Sometimes it's just me not understanding card effects quite right. Other times it's just not reading what I could do or getting overly excited to do something stupid. Like pushing too hard in sealed format to get a Gabumon Bond of Friendship out. In that specific instance, it was not worth doing that. And I should have gone wide instead of tall. Majira, and oh, there we go, a Bielstarmon. I think that's the normal art, not the extra rare art, and that probably explains why we haven't seen her before. She's a secret rare. I should really be checking cards out a bit more. Honestly... Okay, I was about to say she might be playable in the deck, but honestly, no. She is a on-play effect card, and you need to get 3 Musketeers and or option cost 7 cards into your trash. And that's just not what my deck does. It has Nailbone. That's 2 Nailbones. That's all it has for the 7th slot. So, if that's all I've got, she's not worth playing in the deck. Okay, we got a playset of Blanc. That's nice, at least. Just doing a bit of cleanup here. Really hoping to build that Jesmon deck, and then I'm going to take it to my next competitive night. But realistically, I'm probably going to be playing the Chaos Gallantmon deck again. Just tweaked with Titamon and a few other things from this set. Just the nature of the game. I think that makes it 4 Impmons. There's the new Ogremon, which is very playable, even if it's on play effect. Like, the cost of trashing a card from your hand it's a not a cost at all, really, especially in a purple deck where you're going to be bringing your stuff back all the time anyway. I have no real idea how I'll build Jesmon because I don't actually really know enough about playing red decks compared to purple. Because I've just been playing mostly purple, but I felt the need to just branch out a little. And, you know, have a bit of fun. There's another Bond of Bravery. Honestly, it might not even be a bad idea for me to play both Jesmon and Agumon in the same deck, but I don't think they actually work that well together. So, you know, I mean, it's testable. I've got now 2 Agumon's Bond of Bravery and 3 Jesmon, I think I've said. Getting one more would not be bad. Belushi do. Jumping on through. Can't complain about his chill. I just realized I've got a pack over here that I took out earlier and never opened. I'll crack that in a sec. Oh, perfect. Underworld's Call. Yeah. I really don't know about it. I think it's just hitting a level 4 instead of a level 5 matters. Although at the same time, unlike most resurrection cards in purple, this one does not prevent the on-play effects, so honestly, maybe it is worth it. Maybe it is better than Revive from Darkness. I don't get my Jokermon back, and yes, I'm that weirdo who plays Jokermon instead of Blackwall Growlmon, because Blackwall Growlmon sucks if he doesn't have anything underneath it. Jokermon does not. And they both cost the same, and yeah. I don't know why people think that... I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh, and I got 4 Jesmon. All I will need is 2 more Huckmon. With the way things are going, I'll probably need to get the other 2 from someone else. And maybe a Systemon from someone else. But with all the rares I've gotten here, that shouldn't be that hard. Let's crack open this one finally. Otherwise, it's just going to sit in front of me, taunting me. Just going so fast through these now because we've seen them all. A Morphomon. Not bad. And a Cutting Edge. Yeah, we've mostly through it all. We've gotten our secret rares. And honestly, neither of them can be complained about. They're pretty good secrets. Manticore and Dynas. Yeah, I don't play yellow. Yellow for a long time's been the strongest color in Digimon. They've kind of made that less of a problem now because of the fact that they didn't give them much of a top card this time, which is great. At the same time, they've helped scope out their level 4s, so maybe that doesn't actually matter they don't have their top cards as much anymore. Their level 4s are now better than ever. Izzy and whoop, there's the Gabumon Bond of Friendship. So had one at the pre-release, already traded it away for a Eosmon. Probably not a good trade, but I don't care. I agreed with him to do that trade before we'd even started playing. Because, hey, I knew what I wanted to play. I have no idea if I've gotten more than enough Bauhackmons, to be honest. Matt and Minoa. So, yeah. It's going to be fun editing this down, because this is not going to be a short amount of footage, and I've got a lot of small moments which I'm going to have to cut out. It's also the rotation, because I'm not using the full version of Droidcam. I really should just get it. Seems to be getting much better footage than what I was getting before with the other camera. And I'm not getting that weird statics stuff. Ooh, phew. So, yeah. There's a new Eosmon. And there. Have a look through, save your huck. We are nearing the end of all this. Yeah, I really don't know what I should be talking about. I don't know where to take this channel next. Maybe I do something else unrelated. Maybe I do something with Skyrim. Like maybe that silly 100-day challenge thing that people have been doing recently. Because honestly, that could be fun. I like to play with a lot of survival mods, so, you know, why not play in the hardest mode I already like playing in, and put myself a real challenge of just having to actually survive a long period of time. Then again, I don't know if anyone will even want to actually watch that. I don't know if that craze is still ongoing or not. At the same time, I don't know if I care. I don't know. I just want to do too many things at the same time. TK and Alt-Height Ganku. Pretty nice. Let's get that nice and focused. Let's get that into the right spot. Can you see that? It's pretty nice. And if you can't, I'm sad. Alright. There we go. Refocus. 2 more packs. So, before my next video might be, it could be just a week. Maybe I do a video reporting on how well I did at the next Digimon event and what I could have done better. Maybe I don't. I'm not sure. And maybe it will be another month before anything new. It's just hard to say. And here's our last pack. And we'll see if I do anything more after this pack. After opening this last pack in video sense, it's... Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what I want to do with this channel, to be honest. Rattlestar and Ancient Troymon. A dull end, but it's the ending that we got to. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this channel. I don't know what I'll do next. Maybe you'll see me in a week again, or maybe you'll not see me for another month or more. I just don't really know what I want to do with this channel at the moment. And hopefully by the next time I make a video, I've made a bit more of a choice. Or I might just continue doing random stuff like this for a long time. Varying it up a bit more than with the Yu-Gi-Oh series having to rely on the same stuff coming out all the time. I don't know. Anyway, This has been Shimmy and the Simian, and, well, signing off.